Hey planty people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, it's a video that really kind of like hits home for me, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about what houseplants mean for me. I know that's a really funny subject to talk about, but I really wanted to get into what this community, what plants, like what everything means to me. I definitely encourage anybody else who wants to speak out. I would love to hear what everybody else has to say about like what their journey is, how it started, everything. So it is going to be kind of like my journey, how I got started, etc. So we're gonna go like way back in time, way back like when I was in high school. I graduated in 2012. I feel like I've never been, I know I'm gonna tear up in this video because I really want it to be something personal, something that like really means a lot to me. It might not mean a lot to you, but it means a lot to me. So I grew up never really having more than like one best friend here and there. You know, for a couple of years I would always gravitate towards this person, and you know, a few years I would be best friends with this person, but I've always had like one specific person that was, you know, my ride or die, and that's you, Sam. Thank you so much for always being there for me, even though there was like a 1 year span where we didn't like each other. I'm glad that we made it past that. But other than that, it's kind of been like hit or miss, like who's been my friend. And I don't know if I've really talked about it a whole lot on this channel. You can probably tell by some of my videos I'm not as outgoing and funny and talkative as like some YouTubers that you see every single day. But I was a very shy person growing up. Like whenever I was a little kid and my mom would introduce me to new people, I would hide behind her like in fear, like so scared of meeting and talking to new people. But I was also like my brother and my sister, they went to, I believe that they both like went to preschool whenever they were little, but I wasn't. I was a mama's girl. I stayed at home with her whenever I was growing up, and I think that even though me and my mom have like a relationship that keeps us really close, we're very close knitted. She's a very best friend of mine. Hi mom, if you're watching this, don't cry. But she is my tried and true. I'm already gonna cry. It definitely didn't help me not be shy. Like obviously I love my mom. I love my mom very much. But it definitely didn't help me like get out of my comfort zone and talk to new kids at an early stage. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit of that so that we can move on and get to high school. So whenever I was in high school, it was kind of the same thing. I, you know, had a friend for like 1 year, like say we had a lot of classes together, we hung out, we were pretty close knit, and then the next year maybe it kind of like I migrated a little bit more towards this other friend. But there was always another person as well that I really considered to be a best friend, and that person really hurt me very deeply, and I hurt her. There was a point where she wrote something absolutely horrible on my car, which was absolutely just horrible for like the whole school to see. So scarred a little bit, but you know, if we were both adults, which we obviously weren't at that time, it would have been handled completely different. I forgive her. I hope that she forgives me for everything that I said. But yeah, she'll never watch this, but I hope she forgives me at some point, because we were just childish. But anyway, that just kind of shows you like a little bit of what I went through as I was growing up. Very shy, very, I don't want to say selective about my friends, because I always had this fire inside me that I wanted people to like me. I've always wanted people to like me. I've always wanted to fit in. And I've always felt like if I liked certain things, and people wouldn't like me if I had to dress a certain way in order to get a guy to like, you know, to catch a guy's attention. Not until I am this age have I realized that the more unique you are, the more like attractive you are, the more that you gravitate towards something that you're passionate about and you show that passion, you're gonna find somebody and people who are also equally as passionate. So let's fast forward after graduation. I moved out, I was with a guy, and my mom has always been into plants. Not like rare, expensive tropical plants. She's always been more of like a weird cactus, like the weirder the cactus, the better. And she's always kind of like succulents, and there was a point where I really got into them with her. Not until this point have I been attracted to like plants at all. So I was probably in my early 20s whenever this started happening, and she gave me a ton of cuttings of some of her succulents. I had bought a Hoya curtisii way before they were popular, like years ago, and I killed it. But it was just so baffling and mind-boggling to me that you could just cut a plant and it would grow. Like, that just did not make sense to me, and I thought it was so cool. And I was just like, I was loving being able to nurture something, like see something grow. And then a frost came by because I lived in Tennessee. It frosted and I accidentally had my plants, like, you know, all of them outside. Frost came by and like killed like almost everything I had. So there went the plant addiction for a while. And so, like many of you guys out there, you grew up watching Jenna Marbles. At least I grew up watching Jenna Marbles. I started watching her in high school, loved her videos, and then obviously she posted her houseplant tour. And I know a lot of us don't want to admit it, but a lot of us got really, really inspired by like how excited Jenna was for, you know, all of her houseplants that she got and like all these new things that I'd never seen. And I was just like, what's a Hoya? I've never heard of that. What's a Monstera? I've never seen that before. Bird of Paradise. Oh my gosh, that looks really cool. And I really loved her oxalis. That was just like, it was really, really inspiring. And then she like listed plant influencers at the end of her video, and I was just like, people talk about plants? There's actually a community for plants? What? And I remember like right after I watched her tour, I ordered a goldfish plant and a burgundy ficus. And I killed the goldfish plant because I had no idea how to take care of it. But I still actually have my ficus. And it is actually outside on the patio. It is not thriving by any means because I have neglected it, but I still do have it to this day. What's really, really, really neat is once I discovered that there's people out there, first person I go and look up is Betsy Begonia. And oh my gosh, do I love Betsy Begonia. She is so unique and so funny, and I love her videos. She's a great content creator. I love her videos. And so I started watching hers, I started exploring. I obviously started watching like the bigger YouTubers like Plantarina, and then I started watching Harley G, and I was just like in love with the excitement of going to like 6 big box stores and seeing what you can find and just like the prices. It was just so freaking exciting to me. And before I started purchasing more plants, I knew that I was going to be moving to Florida, so I didn't want to have to worry about packing up a lot of plants and bringing them in my car, because I literally only took to Florida what I could fit in my car. If I couldn't fit it, it didn't come. So my car was packed, and I think I brought like 3, maybe 4 plants. That was all that I really allowed myself to buy, which was really, really hard to do because I was so excited. I was so in it whenever I was watching these videos. And so I moved to Florida and I go on the hunt. I start like looking at big box stores. I start looking up nurseries. I remember the very first day that I moved in, The next day I was like, Fabrizio, I found this nursery. Can we please go to it? And I just would love to look around. And he agreed, and it was so much fun, just like looking at plants. I had no idea how to like start talking to people about plants. Like I wanted to talk to people about this interest, this like something that was like kind of taking over my life, because I also really like makeup. I love makeup, but I don't know. This desire for plants is this passion is better. It's a better word to describe it. This passion for plants just consumed me in a way that nothing has ever consumed me, because something as rewarding as it's so silly. I feel like this topic is just so silly, but like just being able to sit down and watch something reward you, like something that you've struggled with so hard, like I can't figure out how to help this plant, how to get it to grow, like it's not rooting for me. Just to see something like that you struggled with so immensely put out a new leaf or just start taking off is just so insane, and it's so incredibly rewarding. So I have obviously killed a lot of plants, like learning like what thrives in my environment. I've killed a lot of really cheap begonias, which I think that is the best way to learn, is to start off with like things that you can only find like in big box stores like Lowe's or Home Depot or what have you. Something that's cheap, because you don't know what does really good in your environment until you try it out. Obviously you can research galore because there's tons of information out there, but you don't really know until you try it. You don't really know how much work a plant needs and how much you're actually willing to give it until you try. So amongst buying all these plants and killing them, and also having them live, and seeing plants that you don't really have to take care of but just need a little bit of love here and there, amongst all that I was still watching tons and tons of YouTube content on creators. And I stumbled upon Plant Me Ashley. I feel like I was recommended her videos for a while before I started clicking. And then I started watching her content, and then later on she started promoting her Patreon, which included a Discord where plant people talk to each other. And try not to cry. So people are on that Discord talking about something that I am becoming really, really, really passionate and loving. And it would be so nice to talk to somebody who, whenever you say, yeah, I'm really into plants, or oh, I have like 50 plus plants, and then they're just like, she's crazy. But I think I watched some more of her videos before I actually committed, and I joined her Patreon and I joined the Discord. It took a while before I actually started like talking and posting on there, because I was scared, I was nervous, because inside of me I'm just like a really, really scared and shy person, but I try every single day to overcome that. And that's kind of like what YouTube videos have been for me too. Also, not only is it like talking about my passion and what I'm really into, what I really like, it is helping me come out of my shell and talk to people who I probably would have never met or talked to ever before. But anyway, back to the Discord. It was the Discord is such a friendly environment. That is why I promote it to this day. That's why I promote it so much. I love the people there. It's just so nice to see and talk to somebody who understands like what kind of struggle you're going through with like your passion. It's awesome to see other people respond and be excited for you whenever you have something successful, whether it's plants or not. Like there's such a sense of community that I've never had before in my life. And I'm so grateful to be there. I'm so grateful to have so many friends that share the interests. It's like, I know it's not important to have the quantity of friends. It's all about quality. I understand that completely. But it's also so nice to be able to just pop up on the Discord and post a picture of your plant and somebody immediately respond, because there's people in different time zones than you that are awake or going to sleep or waking up. Like there's always somebody on there at all times of the day. If you really need to talk to somebody or vent to somebody about like how bad your day has been or something like that, you can just jump in a voice chat and somebody will go in there and talk with you. Or it's more than likely, you're not even just gonna get like one person, you're gonna get multiple people who get on there and talk to you and make you feel better and talk to you about their day and distract you with other things going on, like plants or just other things in general. And this is the first time in my life that I've ever had people who understand me, who understand my passion for plants. And this is kind of what houseplants mean to me. It's not just things, it's a hobby, it's something that we're all passionate about. And it's a community, and it's a great community. Obviously, there's going to be some cons in every single community, but for the most part, I'd say like 95% of the time, it's a great place to be. And this is what houseplants mean to me. It's more than plants. It's more than things. It's more than the dollar amount of a plant. It's about the community. It's about the passion. It's about the love. As cheesy and corny as that sounds, I just want to take a minute to thank a few people for, I didn't think that I was going to be as emotional in this video as I am, but I also obviously want to start off thanking my mother for being there for me and originally getting me into houseplants and just being my rock. And geez, I can't get through a sentence without tearing up. Thank you, Mom, you're awesome. You know it. I also want to thank Jenna for showing me, that there is a community out there, that there are people who also share this passion, and essentially kind of like introducing me to this community in a sense, and for recommending great people. Betsy, Begonia, Harley, like, thank you for the great content and getting me even more excited about like newer things, things that you could find. Betsy is great with like care tips. Harley is just great in general. Her personality is awesome. I really want to say thank you so much, Plant Me Ashley. Thank you so much for the community you built. Thank you for being so welcoming and kind and caring. Thank you for being my friend. Ashley was a friend to me even before I joined her Discord, and I asked her to collab with me at some point. And it's just, thank you so much, Ashley. Even though you're so much younger than me, you're very inspiring to me. I wish so badly to be as open and energetic and talkative as you. You're really, really awesome, and I love seeing your content, and I think you're really gonna go places. And Max, Brooke, and everybody else that I talk to in the Discord, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being so open and creating a great environment for the rest of us in the Discord. Last but certainly not least, thank you so much for Brizio, my boyfriend. I don't know if I can talk about him because every time I want to say words, it makes me want to cry. Happy tears, obviously. Thank you so much, Fabrizio. Without you, I would not be who or where I am today. You're the reason why I get up every day and the person who I am most excited to see when I get home from work. I love that we both have 2 cats in a house that we share, and thank you so much for dealing with all the plants and being supportive and also funny and coming with me to nurseries and filming videos with me, because I definitely wouldn't be able to do it without you. I hope you know that. Okay, this video is gonna end because I have been tearing up way more than I intended to tear up. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long, personal, emotional, cringy ride with me. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe down below. And I just want everybody to know that if they need a planty friend, you can always reach out to me on Instagram or in the comments down below. I reply to every comment. And yeah, if you're just going through a tough time or anything like that, just reach out to me. I'll be there. But that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a video idea that I've thought about for a few days now, and it's just been something that I really had on my mind, and I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to tell everybody thank you and let everybody know what my plant journey was, and I hope that's okay. So I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.